friends, to another exciting edition of Our Bleepin City. I'm your host, Mikey Two Guns. Today we got a very special guest who has been taking the internet by storm. You've probably seen her slinging the football with her incredible flag football skills and her absolute cannon of an arm. She really has proved that she can spin it with the best of them. With flag football continuing to grow and even heading onto the Olympic stage, there is no better time to sit down with my next guest. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my pleasure to welcome onto the stage Amya Corulla. Amaya, what is up? Welcome to the show. How did you get into football first?
I grew up, my football, experience, I would say. My family, we're just a really big football family. I have a younger brother. I have some cousins that played football, and my dad, my uncle, they kind of coached a little bit, and also we always got together on Sunday for the Buffalo Bills games.
Oh, you're a Bills fan.
Yes, I'm a Bills fan.
Oh, that's too funny.
Just watching my brother, my cousins play, and just being in an environment all the time with football, I wanted to get into it too. So in New York, I had the opportunity of they had local teams when I was little. So at 7 years old, my parents let me play. Yes.
When did you realize you had a gift for it?
I would say I realized that, I don't know, I just feel like I got to a point where my passion was so much greater than anything else. Yeah. And I got to a point as a player where I realized I would do anything and everything to just be the best player that I can be, as far as just because your physical ability is going to get you far, but if you work on that and you incorporate your IQ, because obviously football IQ is very important.
Did you know right away that you wanted to play quarterback? Was that your position?
No, actually, I grew up playing pretty much all the other positions. So when I was younger, I was actually a receiver. I played defense, I played a little bit of middle linebacker, I played a little bit of rusher. So actually, when I got to around, I would say the high school level, so every high school in New York for where I grew up, we all had an only varsity program for flag football.
Oh, really?
And that was also at the time that they started incorporating travel football as well, because I played for THT, which is a travel organization that first started, I wouldn't say first started, but kind of started coming together when I was that age. So we were able to put together a team. So I was playing in high school. I played for my high school. I played for travel. I played on multiple teams. For quarterback, to go back to what you were saying, when we made our travel organization for THT, it was somebody needed to step up and play quarterback. And I never played quarterback before. I was let me try it and see, because we all wanted to just play football. All of us came together because we're passionate. I was I'll just step up and try it out and see how it goes. And then I actually got, there was a NAIA showcase that I went to before college started, where I was able to get recruited for it.
Wow. We were just talking before the show. You're at Mary Hardin and Baylor University. And they are going to have an inaugural football team starting next year, is it? Mm-hmm. That's really cool. How much was that influenced by you?
I was brought here to help start the program.
Really?
Yes, which is very exciting.
So cool. Wow.
I feel like it is very important to have a leader, from a coaching standpoint as well as a player standpoint. Yeah. I'm going to be a senior next year, so I do have a lot of experience in the sport and just things of that nature. And also taking on the role of being a quarterback, I feel like I am supposed to lead a team. And it's also, the more I take action, the more calm and composed that I am during the game and stuff like that. It's, you trust your team trusts you. We're all in this together.
I can tell just by talking to you, you're sharp. You have quick,
Thank you.
deciphering skills,
Any football questions you want to throw at me?
Yeah, no, we're going to get into that. Before we do, I want to know your form and the way you spin that ball is you throw it better than most guys.
Thank you.
How did you realize you could throw the ball like that?
So actually, I kind of always had a little bit of an arm. When I was younger, my form was very weird. It's very off.
Yeah.
I took it upon myself at a certain point where, since I knew I was going to take on this role of being a quarterback, I would like look up a bunch of stuff on YouTube, as well as
Really?
I would watch NFL quarterbacks and see what
I
they're
love
doing.
that.
And I would also, like, I would prop up my phone up because there's a point in time where I was training by myself, and training by myself, the only way I'm going to see what mistakes I'm making in my form is if I can see myself do it. So I would prop my phone up and I would record myself just like throwing the ball and just see like, okay, if like my shoulder kind of feels off, or if the ball is coming out of my hands the wrong way, I'll be able to spot it and kind of fix it.
You were ahead of the game. You're using video analysis before, you like years ahead of like usually.
Yeah, I love it so much. So like I took on being a quarterback as a challenge that I wanted to be able to do, because I was able to play pretty much all the other positions, but I feel like quarterback has definitely like made my football IQ just that much more in depth, and it definitely helped me understand the game. Because so for flag football right now, there's two different kinds of games. There's a fives game, which is like a 5-on-5, which is typically like kind of like the style where you like the tournaments that are hosted, you'll see a 5-on-5 style game. It's pretty much like 12-minute halves, so it's like 12 minutes and then 12 minutes, 24-minute game. That's the tournament style that you play in for like travel ball, and it's a very like quick, fast-paced game. So, but it's really competitive. Like if you watch the ladies out there that are great, you'll see like up one touchdown, and like that could be the game. So, and then you have like college ball and high school ball, which is going to be that 7-on-7 style, which is a little bit different. 5-on-5 is more like you have a rusher that lines up like 7 yards away from the line of scrimmage, and as soon as the ball snaps, she comes at you. And then the 7-on-7 style game is the rusher is 1 yard off the line of scrimmage, and you can have like me, I can have a blocker that can kind of get in her way. So
I'm sure there's like different strategies and different like mental preparations. Do you prefer one style over the other?
Honestly, I would say that I learned to really love the sevens game. I came from like the fives game, travel ball. I was kind of playing both like simultaneously, Right. But I liked the idea of the sevens game because I feel like me as a quarterback, I'm 4'11", I'm small, I can move. So like for me, in the fives game, the quarterback isn't able to run. So I feel like in the sevens game, yes, in the fives game, it's really you have to evade the rusher and get rid of the ball. You can't cross the line of scrimmage. It's a penalty. But in the 7-on-7 game, if I read my blocker and she's pushing her inside, I can get outside her and I can run the ball now. So it kind of changes that dynamic of the game because now as a defense, they need to worry about me not only running, but they need to worry about me throwing too.
Yeah.
So it kind of changes the game, and you're able to get the defense to shift and move. Then you find like lanes to open up. So, if they bite up on me, I'll throw the ball over, and like vice versa. So if they back up, then I know I have a lane to run.
This is so cool hearing you talk football because most girls maybe a little bit. Yeah. But you're talking about the lanes, the runners, the rushers, that's all. I want to watch a football game with you. Like I'll be like, break that down for me, Amaya. That's really cool. Could. That's really cool. Did you play any other sports growing up, or was it football? Like, did football catch on? Really? So it's been like football.
So I played maybe soccer for like half of a year. Like me and my mom just signed me and my brother up when we were kids as just to mess around, and then I did like gymnastics for a little bit, not even a full year either. Kind of like was boring. That's like really the only, and like maybe a little bit of like. Yeah, like I did dance for a tiny bit. Like my mom, when I was a kid, she tried to put me in certain things, but for me, it was like once I got to actually play football, I was like, this is what I want to do. I've kind of always just been that way with it. You were hooked, love at first sight, right? Yes, yeah, and I just loved being around the game, and I loved hearing like my family get really excited. Like when we would watch the Bills play, even though we get our hearts broken sometimes, but just being able to see how passionate they are, and then being able to play it myself. I think the game is great, and I feel like it also taught me a lot of life lessons that I apply.
That's a great point. Being a Bills fan will teach you a lot of life lessons. I'm a huge Patriots fan, and I know from like some of the back from the back and forth how passionate the Bills fans are, and how kind of.
I watched. I don't know if you saw, but there's actually a whole flag football fanatic thing where they took a bunch of NFL players and they had them play the men's team of Team USA for flag football.
I saw a little bit, yeah.
Speaking of the Patriots, Tom Brady was the quarterback.
That's right.
He played fantastic. He played great. But I watched a lot of videos of basically him explaining like certain situations in terms of like what he had to deal with before he snapped the ball, pre-snap reads and things like that. So even though I don't like the Patriots, he's definitely a good person to listen to speak about like what it means to be a quarterback. I mean, he's one of the greatest of all time. So
I mean, there's no better person to kind of learn like kind of what made them great.
Yes,
Tom, because this guy's like a psycho, like training, like his way he studies. He's
part of that is the film room as well, which is something I'm really like excited for. I went to a college previously before this one where
really?
Yeah, so that was a college out in Missouri. It was called Cody College.
Wow.
That was a school I had a full scholarship to play quarterback for the school, which was...
Get out of here.
Yes, it was great. It was a great opportunity. Cool. I made some friends there. So just, I realized the program that was out there wasn't really for me, but I made a bunch of friends in the process, and just like me and the girls, like there's a few of us who really loved the sport. We would go into the classroom, we would sit and watch film and watch
That's so cool.
Watch it for 3 different reasons. I would watch one to see what decisions I could have made better as a quarterback. I would watch another one to watch how the offense was running, why we had certain people kind of bumping into each other, because spacing is very important in football.
Facts. Absolutely.
Exactly. Yeah. So then just seeing our defense, like where we're messing up, if the corners are getting just like. We had an issue with like giving kind of too much cushion in certain spots where we knew like what play was coming and things of that nature, especially with a team that has a quarterback that's also very mobile. It's you don't want to give too much cushion. You want to be able to still come up and make a play if necessary. So,
yeah, that's true, because in flag you're playing both sides of the ball. So
exactly.
Do you think that helps too, though? Like when you play on the defense, because then like what a lot of things that. Kind of you get inside the mind of like the defensive backs, and you kind of know that from playing it, like, sometimes I like to set this QB up by doing this, but then it because you play on the other side too. Does that help?
Yes, it's a really, I just think football is such a strategic game. Like, I love it, and I love that the nature, another thing that I could go back to is the nature of the sevens game for flag football. Yeah. It's more of a passing game. It's more of like making the right decisions, because in sevens you can do a thing where you have 2 rushers, and if you have 2 rushers and your coach is smart and he has his defense, he'll have one rusher take the running back and another one take the quarterback, depending on which way they go out. So your defenders are crossing each other, and they're able to kind of shut down the handoff or like the fake handoff if necessary, because sometimes some quarterbacks will try to do the fake handoff and they'll do like the dump off pass, the bubble route or something like that. So just to shut that down, it's very hard to actually get away with that at a higher level of playing flag football. Wow. But my experience playing rusher, I loved it because I'm a quarterback and I know what my tendencies are.
Yeah.
So it's easy for me to line up as a rush and now notice, okay, this quarterback looks exactly where she's throwing. She also loves the right side. So now I know instead of trying to come at her from a straight angle, I'm going to kind of go on an angle to where she's going to be, because now I'm meeting her at that point and I can make that play because I already know where she's going.
Wow, you're like a supercomputer with that processing skills.
Thank you.
I love that. So your school, Mary, Hardin, and Baylor, it's in Texas?
Yes.
That's a huge football state. So I mean,
that's what I'm saying. So honestly, I've been going out to just see like some of the high school talent that's out in this area, which I'm very like lucky to see. And every time I go out there, I'm so excited to see how many girls really like love this and are getting involved in it. But it did not take Texas any time to catch up in terms of like New York has had flag football like since I'm a kid. I've been playing for 14 years.
That's crazy. I didn't realize that.
But then you come out here and you see some of these girls. These girls are just athletes. You have some girls that are coming from basketball, from volleyball, from literally any sport.
Track.
Track, yes, track too, especially with the speed. All you got to do is teach them how to catch a ball, and they're
right.
No, the talent out here is real. It's great to see.
I've seen some of your highlights too. You're not only a QB, you got some nice. You got some good hands on you. I saw some of those one-handed catches.
Yes.
You can play receiver too, can't you?
So I can actually, and I started off playing receiver. I loved being just involved in the sport. I feel like flag football, you need to be a versatile player because me personally, from my experience, if they're not going to put me at one position, that's okay because you can put me there too, or you can put me there. I just, I feel like it's important to understand all the positions of the game, and also me wanting to be a leader on a team. I can also help my other teammates, and just if they have any questions, they can always ask me oh, what can I do for this, or just having that knowledge of being able to further push their understanding of the game and what they can do to get better.
It seems like this is going to be like a lifelong thing for you, because I can see you, even after you play, you're going to be a coach, for sure.
I don't know about the coaching part yet. It's definitely on my mind, but for me right now, I'm still in that. I'm still a player, and
You're in the prime of your career, obviously.
Yes.
When did you blow up on
social media?
Yeah, when did that start?
So it's really funny, actually. I posted. So I saw. I follow a bunch of the flag football girls on social media because I just love to see what they're doing, what videos they're making and stuff like that. I saw one of the videos. I heard the Michael Jackson song. It was I forgot. It's at the end. It's no, that one.
Yeah.
So I saw it, and it was after practice, and me and my teammate John Lynn, we were why don't we just try to make this? So one of my friends who was recording the video, she was just look back at the camera real quick and then throw the ball. So I was you know what? Yeah. So I did it, and then I was I was you know what? Why not? Let me just post. And the video actually currently has 7.9 million views.
Get out.
907,000 likes, which was awesome.
That's crazy.
It was this video. If you ever
Wow. Oh yes, I think I remember that one. Wow, so that's where it all started.
So that was where it all started, and I saw the followers start to come in, and I got really excited. I was wow, maybe if I just kind of keep this up or try to see where the momentum of it takes me, and from there I make some videos of me throwing, but I've also and I think as time goes on, I'm going to try to get more in depth of just maybe talking about football, or seeing if maybe my knowledge and what I know can help other girls as well.
Yeah. Well, you'll have to definitely come back on the show then if you want to keep doing that.
Yeah, of course.
You were the source right here for female flag football. How big? I've noticed within the past few years, it's absolutely blowing up, female flag football.
Yes.
Have you seen the explosion in the sport, and how cool is that for you to see, because you've been at it for so long, and now seeing it just blow up? How warm and fuzzy and happy does that make you?
So honestly, for me, that was one thing that I always think about. When I was a kid, I was playing football, and I was playing my heart out every single game, every single down, never knowing that there was actually an opportunity for it to go anywhere. But for me, that was never really a thought. I was just you know what, this is something that I love. I'm going to do it. Yeah. And then the reality set in. It was when I was playing at a tournament, and that showcase where the college coach came up to me, and he was listen, we have a flag football program. We want you to be on the team. We'll give you a full ride. That was really that moment for me, where I was I can go further with this sport. I was I spend so much time doing it. So for me, experiencing that, I think about how many other girls now are going to be able to have that opportunity. And now it's not just at certain schools. It's going to have D3, D2, D1 schools. There's also it's going to be in the Olympics in 2028. The NFL invested millions of dollars into the sport, so
Really?
it's really a big thing.
Yeah, it's you know it's big time when Tom Brady is now he's caught on to the sport.
Yeah.
I mean, what better spokesperson or person to kind of get that word out now than like the GOAT of quarterbacks? Like, it's huge right now.
It is huge.
How much do you think people are going to love seeing it in the Olympics?
I'm really excited. I just, I can't wait to go and try out and see like what I can do, because and just see the environment of the team. I've actually had the honor of playing against a bunch of those girls already.
Really?
On those teams, yes, because all of them are on college teams, or either there's one girl who played on Texas Fury. Texas Fury is a great team from Texas that used to fly out to like New York area, Pennsylvania area, and come and play us Staten Island teams and New York teams. So it was always like it was such like a big competition, because like when we would play each other, it would be like we would fly out to these other places, and the two like New York teams would end up playing each other. So once it got to that level where we had actual like teams from all around different areas coming down to like all play each other. I think the tournament that it was called Beasts of the East.
Okay.
So all the teams would come down and we all play each other, and they definitely they were like that team. Like that was our biggest competition constantly. So it was just great to and the flag football community at that time was a little bit smaller, but it's like we all know each other. Like we all played against each other, which I think is a great thing, because at the end of the day, we're all trying to achieve the same goal of growing the sport and trying to pave the way for the girls that are younger, because there's some serious talent coming up.
Since you're going to be a senior next year, how cool would it be to be able to continue playing and have that be your full-time job after you get out of school?
That would be that's honestly like a dream, just being able to continue playing the sport that I love. Yeah, that would be amazing.
It doesn't feel like work, does it, when you're doing something that you love, right?
It doesn't feel like work. Like every time I'm out there like training for it, it just feels like, because I try to do it how I would in the game, because you practice how you play. So every time I get out there, it's an opportunity to make myself better, and just things like that, as well as in the weight room too, because for me, I'm a smaller player, so for me, I was like, I'm not going to let the height get to me. If I can make myself stronger, I can make myself faster, just to better myself to be able to compete with anyone.
Yeah, if any of the listeners have not seen Amaya, she not only puts in the work on the field, but in the gym too. Even doing the boring things like the Stairmaster, where you have to put your sweatshirt over the time so you can get through the workouts.
Yes, sometimes you catch yourself staring at the time.
Tell me about it. It's the worst. The seconds are like 1, 2. They go so slow.
Sometimes you feel like you've been on there for 10 minutes. You look at it and you're only on there for like 2 minutes. Straight
facts right there. Do you have any pregame routines or superstitions?
Okay, so my pregame thing that I like to do is I need to be alone for a little bit. I like to put my music in. I like to sit there, and I like to just envision what I'm going to do on the field, because I feel like it's important that you want to flood yourself with those positive thoughts before you step out on the field. Mistakes are going to happen. Also just quick little. I used to do with my other team. We used to just say we have each other's backs, just talk about strategy of how we can go into the game, because at the college level, you should be watching film before you go into playing another team, especially if they just played a game, and you could see because there's some patterns with some teams and how they run their offenses and defenses that they don't really switch up. So for me as a quarterback, it's making sure I'm able to, before I take the snap, I'm reading, okay, is the defense in cover 2? Are they in cover 3? Are they in man? Just being able to recognize that, so I know what decision I'm about to make. So just thinking about one, listening to music, getting hype, because we're about to get out on the field and we're about to play. But two, just, I know what I can do. I know my ability. I'm going to go out there. I'm going to kill it, that kind of thing. And just, I like to listen to my music, and I just like to warm up. I like to just practice my form and throwing and make sure that that's on point. Make sure I'm not making any mistakes there, because on the field, it's like the way I'm throwing should look exactly the same all the time. So, but
by the time the game starts, most of the work has already been done, whether it's like mental or practice.
Exactly.
Right?
So for me, it's getting the mental there because But I would say there's one that I used to have. I used to wear a headband.
Oh, really?
Until it was a really sunny day. The sun was beaming, and I took the headband
you
off.
get a farmer's tan?
I had a big tan line in between my forehead. But I try not to have too many like superstitions or pre-game cool things that are like me thinking I need to wear this or I need to have this.
Right.
I don't really want to put that in my head where if I don't have that specific thing, I can't play the best that I can play. So I try to.
Then it's like out of your control.
It's more just making sure I got my music playing, I'm throwing, I'm like getting in the zone, and I'm locking in real quick.
Love it. What kind of tunes do you listen to kind of get you fired up?
I'd say probably like rap music or sometimes I listen to like something motivational, just.
I love that hip hop and rap. Like it really gets you going.
Yeah.
Have you had any famous people comment on your stuff?
Oh, actually, it's really funny you said that. I posted an Instagram reel, and it was like a funny reel. It was like basically when your QB tells you to go deep, and like my friend just kind of threw the ball towards the middle of the field, very far away from where I was. But I thought it was like a funny reel. I saw that Oakley Meta commented on it, and they were like, QB wasn't locked in, and I was like,
no way.
Yeah, so I thought that was really cool, and I know
that's amazing.
I've seen some Oakley Meta actually host flag football tournaments now, where they're like selecting certain like high school girls as players to like represent them, which is really cool.
Wow.
Also, they have these glasses that are like. I've seen some girls do like POV from the quarterback because they have.
That's so cool.
So I thought that it would be funny to do it from my POV because I'm really short. So just being able to see like what my lanes are because to kind of create the lane, I have to move. I have to get out of the pocket and things like that.
Oakley, if you're watching, hook this girl up. She will plug your product.
I know I went to this a few times, but you do not need to be tall to play flag football. You do not need to be, you know what I'm saying?
That's a great point.
I feel like it's a common like thing where some girls, like especially friends that I've had, that kind of get discouraged because of their size or their height. But just to remind them that you do not have to be big. You could be down here, but you could be playing up here, and that's absolutely something that I want to remind some of the girls, and just to keep at it. This is a great opportunity. It's something new. Like they're not only are like girls that are my age, paving the way, but they're also paving the way for the girls that are younger than them, and you kind of have that all the girls are looking up to someone. So just to keep that flowing, and we'll just grow in the sport.
I love that you said that because there's a lot of sports where, right off the bat, like volleyball or basketball. So there's a lot of sports like if you're short, you kind of really don't have as many opportunities. But to hear you say and to see you thriving, and you play so big, but stature-wise, you might not be that tall.
Exactly.
But it just takes heart. It takes heart and desire, which is. Like it's cool because it gives everyone an opportunity. So
just if they want to do it, they absolutely can do it. And there's things around it. Like when I was not playing quarterback, because even though I would say quarterback is definitely a little bit challenging for me at times, especially with some taller people. But they're taller. Pump fakes work because a lot of them think that they're gonna deflect the pass. So if I can get you to jump from deflecting a pass, now I can kind of move around you and see who's open and create that lane. So it's just about I would say pushing through that sort of adversity of just this is gonna be my game plan for this. But even so, I used to play a slot receiver. If you're small and fast, quick little slant route, something underneath. All day. And another thing too that definitely helped me up my game is there's a move in flag football. It's called the dip move, where you get really low to the ground. Your knees don't touch the ground, but you're kind of in like a squat kind of thing, but you're still moving. I would say. I don't really know how else to describe it.
Right. No, it makes sense.
If you think about it, it's going to take someone who's like, it's going to take them a little bit to get like down to my level.
Mm-hmm.
So you actually can make a lot of people miss that way, and it's like a very powerful move, especially if you're like running straight and there's two people on both sides of you. If you dip down in between them and you get back up, keep running.
Wow, you're gone.
It's worked for me in college football. I've in some games in the past, around that end zone, dip down into the end zone. You might fall over after, but you're in the end zone.
but you got your points. Yeah, that kind of sort of answers my next question, because I was going to ask, in a way, does your height kind of give you an advantage too? Because if you're going up against a taller defender, they got to get down to get you, and by the time they do that, you spun out of the move and you're gone.
I would say yes. For me, what I've learned is that, like you said, it can be an advantage in terms of like, I've spent a lot of time like training and trying to like just like footwork stuff just to be able to be shifty. Like I can definitely like, being able to move around and like get around somebody and make someone miss is definitely an important part of flag football. Sometimes you make just one person miss and you're up the field. So just thinking about that, there's a bunch of different moves you can do. I like the dip move, but some girls like the move where, like, if you're running up the sideline, you kind of, like, twist to the side. You, like, turn your hips.
I've seen that a lot in the flag
football. And if you time it this way, you will definitely make somebody miss.
Do you get recognized when you're out?
Mm-mm.
No one's ever like, wait, that's the girl from online? No, that hasn't happened yet.
I have, for some, like, recruits for football purposes, they have, like, oh, I think I've seen your videos and stuff that.
Yeah.
Yeah, nothing crazy.
It's coming. So what are some of like the wildest or funniest comments you've gotten?
You want to know a really funny one? This person that comments, it's like a little strawberry that's like running, like really fast. Because my strides when I run are very like, I laugh at the comments. I think they're great. I think
that's really awesome. That is, people are so creative like online, aren't they?
Yeah, they are creative.
What do you like to do outside of football? I know football is like you eat, like breathe and live it, but
yes, I do.
To unwind, like what do you do to unwind?
Unwind. I love to work out. I love the gym, but I also love to game. I love video games.
Yeah, oh, that's awesome. What's something people would be surprised to learn about you?
I love music. I can play the piano.
Really? Okay, that that's crazy. I did not see that coming either. Wow, very cool.
I can't read the notes, but like I can hear the sound and like I can match it. That's about it.
Do you have a favorite food?
Yeah, I would say like probably like a good burger.
Yeah, nothing beats like a good juicy hearty burger. I agree.
Yeah.
What's football meant to you? How's it changed your life?
I feel like football in a way has definitely like shaped me and kind of like developed like who I am as a person. I feel like when I was growing up, I kind of didn't understand like the importance of like what it means to be a teammate and just what it means to kind of like how I interact with others. Things like that. I feel like football also taught me the importance of being consistent and being disciplined, because actually I started the gym later on, but I was able to apply that discipline and that consistency from football to the gym and other things as well, like school, for example. I would say football definitely helped me stay focused and locked in for school, because it was one of those things where, if your grades are good, you get to play. And for me, I was like, I'm going to make sure I have the best grades because I want to play.
Right.
And it also just really like taught me like the importance of, yes, you're gonna win, yes, you're gonna lose, but it's like how you handle that, how you move forward. Like, and just learning, like, I feel like it taught me more about myself. And I feel like it definitely made me better. When I was a kid, I used to get very frustrated. I used to get angry. I used to kind of like shut down and like shut out. Exactly. So for me, it's just learning that like I shut down and shut out. I'm shutting down and shutting out my entire team, and I can't do that, especially at the level and the position that I'm playing now. They're gonna look to me, and I want to be able to, look to them and just kind of calm them down, keep everything in control.
yeah, you almost kind of learn more about yourself and people after a loss than like after a victory, because it's so easy after a victory to kind of handle yourself the right way and do the right things, but like to compose yourself after a loss, not like it's something you want to get used to, but it's
you gotta like sit with it, because I feel like for me, like my emotions were like very all over the place when I was younger. So just like really being able to sit with something and understand, because there's games that I clutched up, but there's also a bunch of games I didn't clutch up and I didn't make that play. So just understanding that things happen, like sometimes you make that mistake, or that other team makes that mistake.
I want to watch more flag football now that I've gotten like kind of like the crash course from you, which is cool to kind of like know about the different rules. Well, Amaya, like I seriously appreciate you coming on today. Your stories, the talent, everything you're doing for the game is awesome. I feel like a lot of people that are going to watch this are going to be inspired, like a lot of the younger fans, which is it's really cool. That's going to help grow the game. So if for any listeners, if you don't follow Amaya, follow her, because her content is amazing. Like, subscribe, follow. I'm your host, Mikey Two Guns. This is Amaya. It has been so awesome today talking to you. I could talk football with you all day, and you'll have to come up back on the show sometime to just talk some more ball, because we barely scratched the surface today. So
absolutely.
I'm true to the game, I'm doing my thing. If you made it this far, you immune to the pain, immune to the rain, immune to the losses. Living off top rhyme and shopping at Ross's. Now I'm doing big dog shit, eating like bosses. Now I go and tell them all up, I do this often. And I take care of my mama, this shit is awesome. And until